it's Dave with Rooke Products, and I'm going to go over real quickly an in-service on your Rooke boots. I'm also going to tell you about a couple of upgrades that we've made to the boots. These upgrades you already have on your boots that you're using in the hospital. First thing that I'll show you is that we have made the heel cup on the boots much deeper than it was before. We have also put in what we call a Comfort Plus layer in the calf area. What that does is that gives it a more gentle, gradual slope into the deeper heel cup. It's also more comfortable for your patient. The next time before you put a boot on the patient, go ahead and open it up. Take your hand from the top here, run it down the calf area, and you'll feel what I'm talking about, that more gradual, deeper slope into the heel cup there. Synthetic material, so there's no allergy issues, but what the boot does is it naturally warms to help vasodilate your patient. When your patient's had the boot on for around 60 minutes, it's shown to give them an increase of 5.3 millimeters of mercury in TCPO2s, which means it gives them a nice big boost of perfusion. Now we are one size fits most, can't say all anymore, people are just getting too big. However, we can take up to a size 16 foot by adjusting this flap up and down. Adjust it up and down to the patient's foot size, fold that up, and if you can get a finger or two in between the top of this and the top of their toes, that's what you want. That way it doesn't cause any rubbing. Now one thing we have also done is, if you remember, we used to have these extension straps where you would use them if you had a large edematous foot, you couldn't get it together. You would use the extension straps to help keep it together and keep some of the warmth in. We have now extended this flap and this flap so it will accommodate those larger limbs, so the straps will no longer be in the boots. So I suggest when you put your patient's limb in, put the limb in, fold up the leg area first, then tuck up the toe area. That way, if you have one of the smaller feet, you can bring this down. This will not be underneath this flap, which could cause a pressure point. Now, it is a warming boot. At times the patient may go, gosh, it's getting a little hot. Can we take it off? Well, that's a win. That's what we want. We want that perfusion to really warm their foot up. But before you take it off completely, try air conditioning it by opening up the toe box area, flipping that back, tucking this flap underneath the foot drop straps. Most of the time, cooling off the top of their foot is enough to make them comfortable, and they're still being offloaded. Now you will notice that we have SCD slits in the front, so you can snake those tubes out. We've also put one up in here. You can run it up a little bit, snake it out, and over the foot drop straps. The grippy surface on the bottom, while we don't recommend that patients walk in these, we realize that they do get up from time to time without assistance, less likely that they'll slip and fall. Now for your foot drop straps, whatever angle you need to keep that patient's foot at, bring it up, gentle retraction, tack it to the side. We're not going to make that situation any better, but doing it like this won't make it any worse. And if your patient doesn't have an issue with foot drop and you want to give them a little range of motion in their ankle, take this down about an inch on each side and give them a nice range of motion in their ankle. Each one of the boots comes with an anti-rotation wedge. We have Velcro on both sides. Whichever way the limb's rotating and you want to prevent that, Velcro device on, and it'll prevent the rotation. Now when the patients are discharged, let them take the boots with them. These will last a long time, up to a year or more. They are washable, however, only in cold water temperatures and the coolest dryer setting. So if you send them to the laundry here at the hospital, the temperatures are too hot, it'll actually melt the inside. So the boots won't be useful anymore. But if you need to clean them up, you can clean them up with soapy water, alcohol. If you have a weepy wound, cut a breathable chuck and place it inside. That'll help absorb that and keep it a little bit cleaner. That's it for the in-service. I want to thank you for your time. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see my cell phone information and my email. If you have any questions or you want to contact me about anything regarding the Rooke boots, please either text me, call me, or send me an email. Again, thank you for your time. I hope to see everyone soon, and please stay safe.